Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment to talk about a book I just finished reading. Raising my two boys, it's been one of the greatest blessings in my life, but it's not without its challenges. And one of the parenting books I recently finished was The Intentional Father, a practical guide to raising sons of courage and character by Jon Tyson. This is an excellent book with key insights on raising boys to become men in today's modern culture. The importance of involved fathers in children's lives cannot be overstated. Data shows that kids who grow up with absent fathers are more likely to face incarceration, have higher risk of suicide, have greater likelihood of substance abuse, have increased chances of poverty, have higher rates of teen pregnancy, have elevated occurrences of mental disorders such as depression and anxiety. I gained several key points from this book that I'll discuss, along with my own insights. The book draws a strong contrast between being an intentional father and the alternative, letting modern culture raise our boys. Unfortunately, rather than viewing fatherhood as an essential for child development, our society often treats fathers as an accessory, nice to have, but not necessary. This couldn't be further from the truth, as the data clearly indicates. So here are some key insights that I got from the book. Number one is be intentional. Today's boys are often expected to become men through self-initiation, without a clearly defined path. Being intentional as a father means serving as both a role model and a guide to help boys grow into adulthood. To illustrate this, the author provides a great definition of what it means to be an intentional father. And that is, the intentional father is deeply invested in discovering who his children are and how he can help them reach their redemptive potential. He seeks to understand children that God has given him and wants to form them into young persons who can fulfill their purpose. He sees parenting as central to his call before God and does it with all of his might. This kind of father leaves a multi-generational blessing in the lives of his children. This stands in stark contrast to how our modern culture portrays men, which is either a hopeless and incompetent buffoon or an abusive aggressor. Being intentional as a father offers a transcendent path beyond society's labels. Number two is focus on what's important. The author shares insight on positive attributes people report learning from their fathers. At the top of the list are being present, teaching life skills, providing guidance on morality, and modeling how to be a man of principle and character. Number three on the flip side is be aware of problems. People also report common issues they had with their fathers growing up. Topping this list are being absent, treating kids like they're problems, not showing interest, and being unfaithful to the things that provide family stability. Number four, have rituals and artifacts. Our modern culture is obsessed with materialism, and it's largely abandoned sacred rituals that historically marked key transitions. Many cultures across history have emphasized rites of passage that clearly define the moment a boy becomes a man, often including meaningful gifts to signify this milestone. The author offers great recommendations in this area. Number five, teach tradition and legacy. A person's family history provides a story that a boy is stepping into. The family's legacy offers context for what he is capable of accomplishing and the obstacles he can overcome. This contrasts sharply with modern culture, which often glorifies youthful rebellion and encourages, if not praises, degenerate behavior. Number six, instill values. Instilling values and principles that you can stand firm on and becoming the rock and source of stability for your family is incredibly important. In our modern society, which is a sea of chaotic cultural relativism, you can be the dependable foundation. Focus on the legacy you want to leave behind. As the author points out, everyone has a tombstone with 2 dates and a dash in between. What do you want that dash to signify? Number seven, help facilitate the discovery of self. I appreciate how the author emphasizes Christian faith in his discussion on fatherhood. Discovering a child's true self, being made in the image of God and relating to their Creator, is profoundly important. If left to modern culture, we see an obsession with identity labels and infatuation with race and gender. put focus on empowering boys to be the best they can as sovereign individuals, serving God and emulating Christ. Number 8, controlled exposure to challenge. Part of growing up involves facing adversity and setbacks, and fathers can play a huge role in building a boy's confidence by exposing him to things they might fear early on. This can come from things as simple as rough and tumble play from their father at an early age. Facing adversity also fosters fortitude in pushing it back against criticism. Our secular society often strawmans Christians as uneducated people who worship a sky daddy and throw around labels like is and isms as though they are cheap candy at a parade. Developing confidence and resilience is a crucial role that fathers play for their boys. In a time when fields, including psychology and sociology, are increasingly dominated by females, with women making up to 70 to 80% of undergraduates in both fields in the U.S. for years, it's refreshing to gain balanced insights from an author who has raised boys himself and experienced fatherhood firsthand. Unfortunately, this kind of information is often sidelined or even mocked and shamed, as modern culture seems determined to label anything masculine as toxic. However, it's great that resources like this exist for men and fathers seeking to better understand their role in their family. Thanks for watching.